Welcome to Beonair, the official instructional series from the Ohio Media School. Whether you're dreaming of the spotlight or mastering the craft behind it, we're here to help you level up your skills. Hey everyone, sorry for not being on camera today. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so it's just going to be a voiceover. Today we're going to learn how to make the exact same effect. So first thing I'm going to do, after opening up my After Effects file, I'm going to go and find my footage and bring it into my project. Pull this into our timeline. Now go to the beginning of the clip where you want to start your loop, and on the right hand side of the screen we're going to go over and we're going to go into our tracking tab. Now there's a lot of fun applications for the tracking tab, which I'm just going to kind of peruse through here just to kind of show you a few of the different options. Right now I'm just doing a single track on the head. What's going to end up happening is I'm going to create two trackers, and by default you only have one tracker, and that is position. You can also do scale and you can also do rotation. We'll cover those more in a later video. You'll also want to remember to apply your target. For this case, I'm just going to apply it to the clip itself. And there's some really cool applications for this. This is more just for demonstration. I'm not going to get too bogged down with this. Now I'm going to go in, enable rotation. That's going to give me that second track point. And just for giggles, I'm going to go and show you what happens when I go put on the light. But for right now, let's look at some of these settings. Your larger box, which can be controlled down at the bottom, is going to be your search radius. The smaller box is what you're actually tracking. The little X inside the smaller box is what's called your attach point, which you can go down and also refine in the bottom left. Now I'm just going to speed run me setting up the actual tracker now that I've shown you a little bit of like what happens to your how your second tracker influences your end effect. So I'm just going to kind of speed run through the rest of this, so don't worry. This is pretty much just the computer tracking as I sit here in the background and count sheep essentially. Also, when you want to track, you're going to want to hit the little play button in the tracker tab itself. Something I should mention is that the bigger your track areas are, as you can see here, the longer this is going to take. And that should be enough. Hit apply, X and Y. You can also apply just X and just Y. Hit OK. Now, I've applied this directly to the clip, and you get this fun kind of moshing effect. Yes, the sound effects are necessary. And so now, let's just do our final effects. It should note that with the tracker, you can change the target. In this particular case, I just applied it directly to the video clip itself. Now, because I'm not going to want to go in and deal with, tracking this to the background and all that, I'm just going to go into my layer tab. Let's see how well this keys. I've shot this very quickly, and I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to need to rotoscope this real quick. Shockingly better than I expected. Now while the clip is selected, I'm going to go and hit our pen tool and just create a little bit of a mask around me just to make my life easier for Key. And they say I can't dance. Now I'm just going to conveniently bring this background that I just so happen to have lying around into the project file. And I'm just going to real quick parent this to my clip. And now we're just getting started. Scale that up just so that way we don't have any kind of this. Control Shift D to separate. And then you want it to end and cut on basically the same place. Let's see if I make the same dopey expression. I would like to both. And then reparent it because. Few more things to do here to get this to be where it's at, to be where it needs to be. Our next step is we're going to start adding some motion blur, so I'm going to need to select both clips and then right click and then create a pre-composition. Now I'm just kind of speeding through this, but I ended up adding in a pixel motion blur, and then what I ended up having to do was just I had to crank it to get it to do what I want. And then the last step of this is I duplicated my layer. I found the point where they matched, and this was kind of fiddly, so I'm just speeding through this. I created an adjustment layer, added a directional blur, because what the directional blur is going to do is help hide the change in background by adding a more extreme blur. And what I end up doing is I put that in the front of both clips, because the ultimate goal is to make this seem like it is a seamless loop, and that is partly to drive engagement. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.
It was all a mess in a commercial telling me to be my best. Ohio Media School, it sounded so cool. I can learn audio and video and be a DJ